can't believe it's the first time in so much time, for the first time in so long, I found a working electrical device, and a computer no less. And it seems there is an internet, and on the internet there is a YouTube, and on the YouTube there are other people posting them surviving. I didn't even know there was something to survive. I haven't watched all of the videos yet, because I'm so excited to find other people. Even though I'm not sure you lot are real at all. Thing is, not only do your stories contradict each other occasionally, I mean, from Yapshire and Rift and Mark, they seem to have all arrived to this reality, more or less. At the same time, they speak of it as if it happened several days ago or so. Their first videos, while Traveller talks of something that's been going on for 3 years. Well, I dare something. I have no way to gauge time over here because it's been perpetual twilight. At night, day, now it's twilight, isn't it? But I've counted how many times I've gone to sleep, and it's been 1,437 times that I've gone to sleep since this event, for lack of a more precise descriptive word, occurred. Oh, either I go to sleep 12 hours a day and I just don't, my sense of time is so fucked up that I just seem to think that the 30 minutes that I am awake are actually take 20 hours. My God, if you've just heard something, this is... God, it's the occasional voices. Sometimes I can hear voices. I don't know if you can hear them, just a moment. But sometimes you can hear voices like a normal life, like people going about their lives in the next room, having conversations about mundane lives, about school, about news events that I have no idea about the new Prime Minister of Israel. I thought, when I got here, it was still, I think it was still Ehud Olmert. Apparently it's Bibi Netanyahu again. Yes, you hear the voice, but you don't see the people. You can see no one. You can feel no one. I would walk around the room, touch everything. I would make noise. I would shout. I would call for them, but there would be nothing. No reply. It would go on. The voice would go on speaking, moving, and there would be the sound of moving objects. Like they're making coffee. They're eating. They're putting a kettle on the whatever it's called in English. They're preparing food, but you can't see the fire, and you can't see nothing happens. Nothing's happening. No smells. Nothing you can touch. Nothing you can see. And what I was talking about is I've been here for 4 years, maybe more, because sometimes it feels like I've been away for days, and I have no idea how long. I must be completely crazy, but I haven't. And first of all, I'm excited. Second of all, I'm quite paranoid and scared of living in this condition for so much time. Anyway, what I was thinking of is that either you people are not real, that there's some new way this place, this reality is conjured to torment me. do exist, but I'm not on this plane of reality. This internet, this pseudo-internet, this thing that looks like a computer that leads to the World Wide Web is actually a way to communicate with different realms, different realities, different dimensions of your world. It's all really the same thing. Meaningless, really, but you don't really know what it is. Anyway, maybe you exist. Maybe all this communication is just another torment inflicted upon you by whatever put you in the places you are in now, or whatever reigns in those places. I can't believe this is a computer that works. A laptop. Or maybe we all exist on the same plane, in the same reality. But this is not our world anymore, and in this world we've been put in, there is something fundamentally different about the physics, obviously. But time, space, here it's twilight. At Rift's place it's day. It marks it's night most of the time. Well, it is our world, and this is the way it is now. Which is a very horrible thought. Because I would like to go back eventually. Yeah. I'll tell you. Some of the things, if I'm already making this video, I might as well share some things, because I haven't spoken so long. And some things you tell, I've experienced them, oh yes. There's hardly any people here, most of the time. There are exceptions, of course. Not of course. I'll get back to it, it's a bit. And the mist. Some of you have mentioned. I have not seen it. I had not seen it until several weeks ago, until around the time when, well, according to I think it was several weeks ago, I gauged the time by the so to speak real time, by the time the times posted on YouTube. In my experience, it was several weeks ago that I saw the mist, the red glowing thing. And you know, I've been out there for so long, 5 years, 4 years, actually. I think maybe I didn't give a fuck. It was something new. It's been a drought of crazy supernatural events. I mean, the events, they come in cycles. You know, you can go for about several months of some strange things happening, properly horrible stuff, some just bizarre things. Of course, the situation itself is bizarre, but you know, all kinds of creatures and voices and phenomena. And then you get months of nothing, just twilight, quiet twilight, no changes in anything. The mist was the first thing I've seen in a long, long time. And at that point, I've already been so. I was already so. I didn't give a fuck anymore. I just went in. Of course, Yapshire, the schizophrenic, has told us that it eats souls, and Traveller seems to agree with them. People go in and they come out. So maybe my body has gone out back to the twilight, or crazy, or monsterific, and I, the soul, has gone to another realm that is quite similar, the previous. It's mostly the same. I mean, there are, well, I'll get to it maybe a bit later. But yeah, it's a possibility. But you know, I came out fine, as you see. Well, not really fine, as you can see. But I went inside. On the outside, it was red mist. It didn't really glow like Yapshire said it. It seemed to contain all its light. But, oh, God, I get these occasional bursts of anxiety momentarily, for several seconds, my God. But, as I went in, I found myself surrounded by voices. They addressed me directly. Yeah, they talked. Some of them talked about this chosen one business. I didn't really give heed to it. I thought, well, I cracked probably. After all these years, well, I thought, frankly, I still think I'm cracked. I'm making this video just in case there's something really out there, and there are people who are experiencing the same thing, even though you can't reach me, obviously, since I'm on a different continent. But at least, if you really are there, and I'm not alone in this, and I'm not mental, or at least if this is collective insanity, that would be a comfort as well. Anyway, voices. At first, they babbled in cacophony. It was horrible. It was like 300 decibels. The sound was gnawing. I felt as if the sound gnawed into my bones and crushed me on the inside. At the time, I started not really hearing in the normal sense what those people were talking about, what the voices are, not people, like, you know, spawns of Satan. I've started sort of understanding, not really hearing, not really deciphering, just understanding, getting it, and some voices, or rather, among the voices that was conveyed, in the voice that was conveyed on one side, the message of chosen. Oh, yeah. I don't know why I did that voice, really. It wasn't like that. It was much more horrible. It was nothing at all like this, really. I can't describe it properly. I felt like I was floating. If you watch the film Ghost in the Shell, the first scene where they assemble the cyborg, I felt like I was being put apart, you know, piece by piece, the skin peeled off, and then the muscles, you know, one by one, taken away, and floating by my skeleton, and the internal organs taken out from the skeleton, and my consciousness, it became one. It not became one. It sort of existed simultaneously in all the little pieces that floated around, and it wasn't red inside. It was blue, indigo, actually. Anyway, the voices, like, at first it was, yes, after being disassembled, the voices entered my being, and I understood millions of things at once I couldn't convey. Most of them, quite a lot of them, were strange things, seemingly irrelevant, and many of them were non sequiturs. Some were really profound truths, but I couldn't explain those. I hadn't got the articulateness. But yes, there was the stock of chosen one. But it wasn't me. No. Maybe it was you. I was not the chosen one. That was clear from what they were saying. I was not chosen. Something went horribly wrong. I was picked up by mistake. Oh, I was not supposed to be here. Oh, the reason I speak in such a coarse voice, is because, well, my vocal cords have been fucked up since the red mist spit me out. You know, you guys are, I don't know if you guys have experienced something similar with your vocal cords, but it's not that I'm trying to hide, really. I don't really give a fuck about that anymore. You know, I mean, I don't go out and actively try to get myself killed, going into a monster. But I'm not as careful, not as cautious as I used to be. And frankly, the things, they don't seem to try so much when it comes to me. Maybe they're only after the chosen ones. I don't know if there is a purpose for me being here. Maybe the voices lied. I've heard mention of this place back when I was in the mist. I had to go to a different city. I thought, you know, I'm mortally afraid of automobiles. I had to walk on foot, and it was monster season on the road for 7 hours. Sorry, no, I have no idea. It was some hours to another city, to a park. In the park there was a bomb shelter. You know, Israel get bombing occasionally. And the bomb shelter wasn't locked. Nothing is locked, really. This is how I've survived. I mean, I go into houses, nothing is locked at all. I go into a house, I take and I eat the what you call it in English, the canned foods. I don't seem to be getting as hungry or thirsty as I used to. There's still water flowing out of the taps. Who knows why? Who understands this crap? So I came here and I found this computer. So apparently I was meant to contact you people. Whatever you are. You may be evil spirits. You may be aliens. Maybe I'm in a coma and this is all a dream. Maybe I am a dream. Maybe I'm your hallucination. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I didn't want to tell it at the beginning. I've already told so many crazy things and you seem to be in the same crazy situation, unless, of course, you really are there. You really have posted these videos. But the way I see them is not the way they really are. And I'm going to post them. And I'm going to look completely lunatic. Maybe your problems are completely mundane. And for some reason, you know, I don't know, I'm babbling nonsense. Listen. I am inexperienced, you may say. Really, I am mostly self-taught in that regard. I've arrived at it by experimentation. But I've been, you may say, meditating daily, between sleep sessions, and daily even before this has happened, before I found myself in this realm, this reality. I've been meditating for a long time, watching my breath, and the feelings in my body and my thoughts. And before this happened, it was more about trying. I would try to observe, and would be sort of partially not very successful. Right after this happened, I sat down to meditate. Yeah, it sounds crazy, all this happening around you, but meditation is what has always made me calm, has always helped me be more collected, deal with my problems in a more adult way. So I meditated and just clicked like never before. Immediately, I sort of entered into my body. I felt everything. It felt as if I were one, as if I could observe every molecule, every cell, feel the blood flowing in my veins, feel the heart beating, feel the juices flowing in my stomach, the piss collecting in my bladder, and very quickly I came to the mind, to the brain. And it's not really that I could observe it. I couldn't see it. It's not true. But I sort of felt, not really the brains, but the mind, as if the mind is an entity. I felt the mind's topography. And architecture. I travelled through it. I didn't see, hear, feel anything. I didn't see visions. I didn't hear anything, but I didn't feel anything. I sort of experienced it in an inexplicable way. I would say spiritual, but spiritual really doesn't mean anything, does it? Not to me, anyway. And I came eventually on this. It wasn't, but I'll call it a planescape. I can't find a better word. It wasn't anything you could it wasn't. It wasn't, and it was. It was between was and wasn't. It just it. I can't. It wasn't even it. But anyway, for making it clear, even though it's completely untrue, but the essence perhaps is true. I flew through the planescape that wasn't planescape, though I didn't really fly. And though I didn't really come there, I came to a chamber that wasn't a chamber, and it was locked, though it wasn't locked. And it wasn't at all. And in there, I'll just say it simply. Try to say it the closest way it could be explained. Beyond the lock and the door, beyond the door in the layer space in the mind, where there was a space where lay the greatest promise of them all. Not enlightenment. Not enlightenment in the Buddhist sense. Not. It's the attacks. It's the I'm alright. It happens occasionally. It's the sort of the antithesis, the anti. that sort of the anti-enlightenment, the control of anti-enlightenment. In there lay the ability to control suffering. There was a promise of taking it away, of taking suffering away. There was, but it was a bit far away. It wasn't really clear. But what was clear, that if I could get into the room, so to speak, the room that wasn't a room, and to get really doesn't mean anything in this context. But let's say that if I could get into the room, and let's say if I could have something that I could have, that if there was something I could have, that I could have the power to put suffering into the minds of people. How crazy does that sound? But you know, paranoid schizophrenia galore, gone extreme. But you know, if you people are real and you really are experiencing what I think you are experiencing, if what Yapshire, which seems to be having the craziest experiences, if what he tells is not augmented by paranoid schizophrenia, I think I'm hearing something. You know, I think I might have the power. If I could unlock it, so to speak, I could have the power to put endless suffering into the minds of people. There's something unusual happening outside the bunker. I can feel it. If I post this video, then perhaps I'm still alive. Or something took me over. Or something else posted it. Or I never even made this video at all. I would say take care. But is that possible? Maybe it is. Ciao.